Okay, guys, my wife just dropped me off, and this is what I'm taking home today, Saturday, what's the date today? 7th. Ta-da! I'm bringing her home, putting her in the garage for a few days. And to see, thank you, Becker Tiemann, for helping me out and loaning me this bike for a few days. And I'm going to bring it home and park it next to the RT permanently, right? Oh, you guys heard it. She said absolutely. All right. Bis später. Okay, now let's start her up. I gotta pull the brake. And let's put it in gear. It's in manual. Well, let's go to automatic. This engine and transmission are slick, smooth together. The shifting is a little clunky right now because we got 20,000. I got 20 kilometers on this thing, so it's a little rough. And parts need to loosen up a little bit, I can tell, and then they will get slicker and smoother. But right now, I cannot complain too much about this engine and transmission. Yes, it is more than the 1250. Oh, nice. It is more torque than the 1250, yes. Wow. I'm riding this down the same roads I've ridden on my 1250 forever. And I find myself riding faster. That's the scary thing. So how do you know you're on a good motorcycle? When you're having fun and you look down at the speed and go, oh, I gotta slow down. That's how you know you're on a good bike. That's this. Although the 1250 RT is the same way too. But it's a little more work, a little more hustle. Here, this thing is taking less input from my body to the bike to tell it where to go. It's just the level of input is a little less. And so then it means this will be less fatiguing. It's easier to ride. You can ride longer, further with this and not get tired so soon. Yeah, nice. Oh, I'm liking that. I like to leave it in auto, drive mode. See the D4 up there? Okay, let's pay attention, see if there's a couple. And so that when I'm lazy and I don't feel like shifting, it will shift for me. But then when I do feel like shifting, like now, 5, let's go into 6 there. I did 5 and 6 there. And so it will take your inputs. But just if you roll on there, I dropped to 5. I didn't do that. It did that. So this engine and transmission, the marriage, is seamless. Oh, I'm going down my favorite bumpy road in my neck of the woods. And I'm always taking all the bikes I review down these roads when I can and I'm in this area. And this is going fast down these roads. I am not having a problem. I do not understand how this thing is 281 kilos and it feels a lot less. I think it's because I'm a little bit forward with this. This has the optional DCA dynamic chassis adaptation, which raises up the rear 30 millimeters and the front 8 millimeters. But it only does it in Dynamic and Dynamic Pro modes. When you go down to the other 3 modes, Eco, Rain, Road, it goes back down. And so it's changing the geometry of this suspension. And I can tell it feels lighter, more flickable. Wow, I never thought I would say that. It got a little heavier, but it feels more flippable. Interesting. And the feel and the feedback in the handlebars. Yes, this is where the telelever was always lacking, and now I'm loving it. This feel and feedback is wow, unbeatable. Oh, I didn't even try the rear brake. Oh, beautiful! Wow, awesome. And I don't have it. I haven't even used the rear brake. This is the first. Holy cow! There, it was the ABS. I finally got it to kick in. Wow, that's nice. And now let's try the front. Okay, that takes a little more pressure than I would like. I'll try it again. Okay, yeah, we got to scrub in these, or break in these brake discs, the pads to the discs, basically. But this first impression, I'm loving this suspension and the brakes. First impression of this engine and transmission, yeah, it's nice. Is it better? Yes. How much better? Ooh. If you have the 1250 RT, is it worth the upgrade? Oh, if I had the 1200 RT, I would keep the 1200 RT. But it is a vast improvement from the, okay, I gotta set the speed, or the cruise, otherwise I speed. Especially with this. If I had a 1200, I would probably say yes, it's worth upgrading to this. If I had the 1250, ooh, that's it's not that much of an improvement. Well, and it is an improvement, but is it worth the trade that you're going to lose if you trade your 1250 for this? I don't think so. That's my honest opinion, guys. First impression, honest opinion of this engine and transmission. Now, the suspension. Yes, the suspension is worth it, even if you have last year's 1250 RT. Yeah, this suspension is 100% so much better. You get so much more feel and feedback, and this thing feels nimble, and it has never felt nimble before. I can't do it this fast on my RT, on my 1250. So, oh, that tractor sound, listen to that. You can hear that whine. That's the valve chain, the guides. It's the chain is that whining noise. That is annoying. Oh. But is that a deal breaker? Well, that's up to you. It is for me. I will not buy this bike. If this noise was not there, I would consider buying this. I really would, but because of that noise, this is my first impression though. I'm riding home. So, hello. Oh, it's an old Triumph, Bonneville, it looked like. Oh, I'm loving that rear brake. That is an awesome rear brake. Wow. First impression of this bike. Yeah. It's hilariously good, guys. Oh, I love that. Okay. That's the automatic clutch. Automatic shift assistant, I would say. But listen to that. That's the only thing that will stop me from buying this bike, is that sound. Which one do I keep in the garage? The old 21 1250 RT or the brand new 2025 1300 RT? Oh, I
do not know, guys. This is my baby. Still, I love this bike. This is better. How much better? That is the question. I don't know. I'll lose about 10 grand if I trade this. Probably more like 12 grand. I don't want to do that. Is this worth losing 12,000 euros? No. Alright guys, I hope you've enjoyed this video. As always, ride safe and ride like there's nothing to prove. Take care.